And joining us now on This Is the Day is Lizzie Rizze, YouTube sensation of Lizzie Answers. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Take us back to the beginning. What made you decide to do this YouTube channel, and what was sort of the impetus to start it all off?
Yeah, it's kind of a different type of job to have, but I actually went to an arts high school and I did creative writing, debate, film, and so I just fell in love with video editing actually, and so I wanted an outlet one summer to just express myself, and I've always had a lot of strong opinions on so many different issues, so it was a way to kind of have an audience and to share my thoughts on things. And
this, you've had many of you, we were talking right before, you started this back when you were 15, I believe?
Yeah,
so
yeah, in 2010.
That's amazing.
So it's been almost a decade of YouTube.
And some of your viewers have grown up with you?
Yeah, I get messages all the time. People say, oh, I started watching you when I was in middle school, now I'm going to college, so it's so cool we've kind of grown up together.
Now, in the videos that you do, you just recently talked about your interest in Catholicism and you're converting to Catholicism. Talk to us about that. What influenced you about the Catholic faith in the process of becoming a Catholic?
Yeah, so my YouTube channel is actually a huge part of it. A lot of my subscribers had been praying for me to become Catholic since 2016. I impulsively made this video, what I love and hate about Catholicism, and I just kind of ranted about my thoughts on it, and so many of the comments were saying, you're a future Catholic, welcome home in advance. And I thought it was so funny at first, because I was like, I hate Catholicism, I don't agree with any of it. But I think that people who are Catholic or Catholic converts can kind of see a convert from so far away. So they kind of saw the journey that I was making. But the church I grew up in was very anti-Catholic, and even going into college, I really hated Catholicism because I thought that it was tarnishing Christianity, creating a block between people connecting with God. But when I was in college, there was a trend in the philosophy department to convert into Catholicism from Protestantism, and it was wild because growing up there were so many Catholics who had converted into my church, into Church of Christ. So I always saw it as Catholics become more Christian by becoming Protestant. But this new trend was something that eventually there was a last straw moment where like my 9th or 10th friend had converted, and I was like, what's going on? I need to research this. It scared me actually. It really, really scared me. What if it's true?
And talk about, you mentioned a little bit initially of reaction, but when you made that, you joined the RCIA and you converted to Catholicism, what was it like for some? I'm sure some were for you, some were saying, well, you're crazy.
Yeah, so personally, it was just really, really terrifying. And I think if you've grown up Catholic, you really don't know what it's like to convert because there's so many emotional blocks. And I was really, really scared, and I didn't trust the church at all. But my family, with my parents, they've taken it really hard because they just are scared for me spiritually, and they don't like this. They don't think it's spiritually healthy. They think that it's objectively wrong. But most of my friends, since I'm a millennial, are relativists, so they don't really care either way which church I attend. They still see me as Christian. My sister as well has been extremely supportive. So I've been lucky that besides my parents, it really hasn't impacted that many relationships. Okay. Yeah.
And I know there's another strain of videos that you have on your website. Do you talk about depression and your bipolar disorder? Talk about that too, and what's it like expressing, or bearing yourself to all, and the process that went through?
So 2015 was the first year where my mental illness came out all the way, and I was so scared. I didn't want to talk about it with my best friends even. I was just so scared to talk about it. But I kind of decided in 2016 I was tired of trying to keep it a secret and to hide when I was depressed or manic. So I just started talking about it online. I have over 50 videos kind of chronicling my whole journey in processing the diagnosis, doing treatment, understanding what bipolar even is, how it affects your sleep schedule, your relationships, school, it affects everything. And so it's actually been very therapeutic for me being able to talk about it, because when you've been through severe depression for months at a time, it's honestly a lot of trauma that you've experienced, and it takes a long time to heal physically, emotionally, spiritually. And so I felt so isolated when I was first diagnosed. I didn't know anyone who had bipolar. So I want to help people who are just newly diagnosed and are terrified and help them just feel less scared in this new reality, this new part of their life.
Yeah, and I was looking at some of the videos too, and the amount of people that are watching them and are thanking you for you know, for bringing it to light, to helping them too. And you have a lot of ways in which you deal with it and that are helpful for people as well. So that's great. Talk about what it's like being a YouTube sensation, being out there and you know, sort of, you know, expressing yourself and you know, knowing that people are watching everything you do.
It's a lot of fun. It's like I have this huge internet family, all of these friends. I've been traveling a lot the past few weeks, and every city I go to, there's like people who will recognize me, and I like will hang out with my subscribers. Some of my best friends started watching my videos, and then we became friends after that. But I think the biggest part of it is I get to do a lot of one-on-one ministry because I share so much about my life. So people really trust me emotionally, and people come to me who are suicidal, who are a victim of sexual abuse, who have a mental illness, who have no one to talk to in their life. And I get to do kind of therapy by like messaging them back and really helping them with what they're going through. So a lot of people see like the exterior part of it where I get all these comments, I get recognized, I have a lot of views, but to me the most important part is one-on-one connecting with my subscribers and being able to really help people who are just in so much darkness and feel hopeless.
Wow, that's great, Lizzie. Well, thank you so much for being with us. And
thank you.
People want to watch your YouTube videos, where do they go?
So my YouTube channel is called Lizzie's Answers, and then all of my social media is Lizzie Reezay, so LizziEReezay. That's my Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram.
Oh, thank you so much for being with us. I'm going to send it back to the rest of This Is the Day.